Jurassic World Rebirth is out, and the first of 3 big blockbusters releasing this month. This is the 7th entry of this franchise, and I was not looking forward to it. Out of the 6 movies, I only liked 2 of them, Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. The rest I could live without ever seeing again. But I'm pleased to say, I thought this movie was quite enjoyable. Now, this is by no means a great movie. This is just the same as every other movie in this franchise, except Dominion. We don't talk about Dominion. A group goes to an island populated with dinosaurs. They get stranded and need to survive until help arrives. Meanwhile, children are on the island to give the movie stakes. In the end, it's a close call with a dangerous dinosaur, but they make it out, and the movie ends. That crude summary could be applied to 4 of the 7 movies in this franchise. This one is definitely not the worst of the bunch, but if you just copy a classic, it usually won't be better. In this film, a group of mercenaries go to the island to collect DNA from the biggest dinosaurs to cure cancer. The action was fun and the characters were likable for the most part. I really like that the velociraptors are not a major part of the movie. These movies have a massive obsession with these dinosaurs, and it was starting to wear thin after the first Jurassic World. I thought they did an excellent job at making the dinosaurs scary, especially the mutant T-Rex Rancor thing. That creature was horrifying, and I liked that the characters actually accomplished their goal in the end. Usually in these movies, the characters go to the park for one reason, and then end up giving up on that one motive, and survival is the new goal. In Rebirth, they are successful in getting the DNA of all 3 dinosaurs, and they make it off the island with the DNA. Now, I'm not a fan that these movies feel an intense need to put an innocent child or family in danger. The family in this movie takes up so much time that could have been used developing other characters. Scarlett Johansson's character flips on a dime when she decides not to sell the DNA for tens of millions of dollars and instead gives it away for free. It would have been nice if we get character moments that explain why any mercenary would ever do this. Mahershala Ali's character was great. I think he got just enough for me to understand why he's doing what he's doing, and the goody two-shoes doctor's motives make sense, but everyone else was just cannon fodder. Each one only has one character trait if they're lucky. You have the French guy that speaks French, you have the British guy that's okay with killing a dinosaur, there's the greedy businessman who wants money, and you have that one girl who I can't remember anything about. If they decided to develop these characters instead of adding in a family, it would have added more stakes to the movie. You know Scarlett Johansson's character won't die, you know the scientist won't die, you know no one in the family is going to die. The one person who it wasn't clear whether or not he would live or die was Duncan. It was because he was written well and wasn't the main character. But you knew right from the start that Ajax and Krebs would both die. And this isn't a huge problem with the movie. Almost every movie in this franchise is guilty of this, but it would have made the movie have more stakes and feel more tense, which would have helped a lot, since this movie really tried to delve into the horror elements that the first one had. One part that I thought was underused was the mutant dinosaurs. Based on how this project was advertised, I would have expected it to be a larger part of the story, but it just shows up at the end to be a final boss. And it's great when it's on screen. The scene where it grabs a helicopter out of the air was really good, but they just bookend the movie with it, which was a bit of a shame. And the one other thing I will praise this movie for is making the T-Rex scary again. All the other movies, just to show how dangerous the new big bad dinosaur is pair it against the T-Rex and have it win with little to no trouble. But this movie just has one great scene where the T-Rex shows up and is trying to kill the family, and they just barely escaped by mere luck. It was quite refreshing. When I first saw the T-Rex, I'm like, oh, they're gonna be okay. And then they actually did a really good, tense scene. Characters will get a 6.5 out of 10. Most of them were likable, some of them were developed well, but a lot of cannon fodder that holds us back. The story gets a 7 out of 10. This is a coherent narrative that doesn't waste much time. The family plot took up a ton of time, but that was more detrimental to the character work than anything else. Acting is a 5 out of 10. Everyone was just fine, nothing exceptional. Visually, this movie's an 8 out of 10. It looked really good. There were a few really good shots, and all the effects were solid. The action was a 6 out of 10. Action was decent, nothing exceptional, and the 10 scenes were hit or miss. Overall, this movie is a 6.5 out of 10. This is a good movie. This is a fun time at the theaters. If you love the Jurassic Park and World movies, you'll love this too. If you're tired of these movies and you're hoping they'd mix things up, you'll be disappointed. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Please comment down below what you thought of Jurassic World Rebirth. Thank you all so much for watching and take care.